Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay. All right, we got our first 15-minute candle here, guys. Okay. I'm going to be cautious. I'm not going to take this. I want to be cautious. Yeah, I'm just not really. I don't trust it. Yeah, we're due for a pullback, but I need to see. Why is the calls ramping up? Look at this, guys. Look at the calls. They're ramping up like freaking heck. It makes me wonder, right? Like, that's insane. Holy moly, those calls are going up. Maybe they're looking for a big pump here. See, Merrigan, how's it going? Ali Ozer, how's it going? Yeah, so we're seeing more calls being bought. Puts are not being bought here. We're coming up into like 5 million calls, all right? Of course, that's not everything, but it's just something to avoid these false signals if they happen. Yeah. We're down barely anything on the day. So, I don't know. I could take a probability trade if I want, if it comes near this lower Kellner channel, seeing that more calls are being bought. I don't really want to go against the big money. A lot of times I get V-shapes when I do that. The next thing I see is we have crude oil at 10:30. Curious what that's going to do. I don't have to get in a trade right away. I can kind of see, what the market wants to do. 30-minute EMA 50. This acts as strong support. 1 hour. Obviously, if it goes to that, that's a pretty big move down. But everything's bullish to me, other than the 50-minute orb showing bearish. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not going in bear calls yet. I need to see it switch. I need to see this switch, okay? I'm seeing a lot of calls being bought. 14 May. Maybe this is usually how they lure it in, nice little dump to go up, maybe. They don't want to buy it when it's going up. Yo, Marky. Thanks for the subscribe on Prime. I appreciate it. Much love. You should have free ads if you are subscribed. Just remember, guys, you get free ads on Twitch. If you have an Amazon Prime, you can do it for free. It doesn't cost you that much either if you don't have Prime. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of wait it out. A 30-minute EMA 50. This will be the first time we've touched it. Since we have, yeah, this is our first time touching it. And then maybe getting a bounce. Okay. Let me look up SPX options. How's it going here? Vertical puts. You want some friends? Why do you have this here? Why? Why do you have that? Whoops. Oh, shoot. Broke that easily? Wow, those things are delicate. Good morning, Mr. M. Betts. Good morning, Son. Good morning, Julian. Hey, what is the thing called, or Flatness, where you can see the wave of puts and calls? It's like a movie. Yeah, I you don't have to buy it, but just to save you guys money, if you're in the Discord, you get it for free. Okay. Literally, if you're subscribed to the Discord, it's $12 a month. I post. I'm just gonna. To me, it's a good bias to say what is doing on. Like I posted this in the Discord, right in here, and if it changes, I'll let you guys know. But I'm not basing all my trades on that alone. But yeah, you could find many sites that have it. I'm not sure which ones are as accurate. This one seems to be decent. All right, so one's here, so we can go all the way up to 5,800 maybe. 5,800 on SPX. What is that looking like? It's not that far out, guys. 5,800. It's a 1.4% drop. That's called Flowtopia. Yeah. If you're part of the Discord, you get it for free with me. But that's just part of the, if you want to have it for yourself, sure. VIX right up in here. We're getting, we're at the 18 mark. This week has been so freaking weird, right? I'll post, I don't know, I'm not sure if you're not part of the Discord, but I'll post that too. Yeah. Stop it here. Yeah, that's the Discord link. If you come on in, just hit how to subscribe right here and hit day trade alerts. 12 bucks a month. That alone will cover the option flow for free and all that. The option flow is like 3 times the price of the Discord. All right, so yeah, more calls are being bought by a long shot right here, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at the calls being bought here. So someone knows something, right? We're getting into like 15 million calls being bought. Puts are not being bought. So looks like they want to maybe this liquidity grab right here. I think this is going to be your liquidity grab for a move up. Bam, bam, something like that. Yeah, I'm waiting it out. 30-minute EMA 50 touch into a move up. Oh wow, look at that. It's coming right up. Wow, that's crazy. Man, I'm tired of these 15-minute Orbis being so freaking big. Getting really tired of it. Yeah, you see that? Alright, so we got the bear call signal on 50-minute orb. There was your bear call signal. I'm not going to take it. How's it going, Blueprint? See that dip? I'll look at it on Bull. Spy has a huge resistance at 290. Yo, what's up? How's it going, Jaw? Everyone buy PC has low flow, high short interest. Pump it. Yeah, I'm in Bull, but I'm not worried about it because I have a 12.5 strike. It has to go under 12.5 by Friday. It very easily can, but I don't mind owning it at 12.5. So, we'll see. So yeah, Weeble's down 3%. What's UNH doing? UNH is up 2.5%. TTD's just always been up. SRPT is trying to get some bullish momentum. I'm watching this stock right here. Man, am I gonna... I don't know what I want to do with this, guys. To me, this seems a little dicey. I'm thinking bull puts. Yeah, see, there's the wave right there. What's the 5-minute ORB telling me? There's your 940, 35. Break a structure here. Lower wick. What do you guys think? It's bear call on the 15-minute orb, but the option flow is definitely bullish. I'm telling you guys. You see how it's just climbing up by a long shot? Is there some type of news they're predicting here? Maybe like something, maybe that crude oil at 10:30. Who knows? So we're getting a lot of bullish momentum to the upside. We can look at SPY. Let's see what SPY is doing. We got a 131,000 SPY call, 275,000 SPY call, and look at the little put premiums: 50K, 70K. This one was a big. This one is below, sold 219. But all in all, there's more calls being bought. The natural sentiment is bullish. So let's see. The next thing I see is the EMA 50 on the 30-minute. I really think it's gonna freaking bounce hard from that EMA 50, right? 15-minute EMA 50. I want to give it till, I don't know, 11 o'clock. See what it does. Not really sure what I want to do, but yeah, we're due for a pullback. It kind of makes me think Iron Condor today. Big move up for some sideways action. Yeah, Powell speaks tomorrow, and that could cause some choppiness. All right, some calls are coming back down. Let's see if we get a switch here. What I would like to see is this come back inside of orb and see the put volume rise. And that will give me a reassurance. There's no doubt. Look how weird this is. If you guys know candlesticks, long upper wick, long lower wick. So this kind of tells me Iron Condor. Bears were in control, bulls are in control. Ooh, weird movement. I'm waiting. Like I said, I'm not really forcing to trade every day. I'm in some swing trade alerts. I'm in some swing trades. I'm in bull, UNH. I don't have to trade credit spreads every day because I know it sucks when I lose on a credit spread. I'd rather get a clear signal and then just randomly guess. That's how I lose. There's no clear signal. Not trading is trading, in my opinion. But yeah, if I'm getting a conflict of interest, 30-minute or 30-minute, here's your 30-minute orb. We can even use a 30-minute orb today. That's your 30-minute orb. I just think it rallies. I don't want to get stuck in this. But yeah, I'm really liking bull. Selling that 12.5 was a pretty nice idea. If I get assigned, that's not a bad idea. Then I'll do cover calls on bull. Technically, I get less than 12.5 because you gotta count the premium. So alrighty. We'll see what that does. I'm gonna give that some time. Yeah, give that some time. There's no reason to rush that. I'm in no hurry. I learned my lesson rushing trades. Anyone in bear calls right now? Just make sure you have a stop loss at double orb if you are. Double orb is always a great stop loss. Anytime it does double orb, make sure you get out. I personally like to do break even, but sometimes it goes so fast that you can't break even. That's the problem. And usually when I get a signal, it tends to go against me pretty fast around that 10:30. So that's why I'm being careful. I've seen it happen too many times. And Don't have to be in a trade if I don't have to. I think a lot of people just want to naturally short this, but it just looks bullish to me. Looks really bullish. Yeah. Oh, so you only did one? Yeah, that's not too bad. Only 100 shares. What I like it is like I'm telling real naturally what people would do is they would have bought Bull at $14. And I'm telling the market I don't want Bull till 12.5. So I'm getting such a better average. And then once I get Bull at 12.5, I technically don't have it at 12.5. If you sold a 30-cent premium, you have it at 12.20. Because you got to count the premium you sold. And then what you can do is you sell covered calls, lower it by another dollar. And that's exactly how I'm looking to do it. So bam, cover call. If it stays in that range, another cover call. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to lower this pretty low until your cover call gets hit. And that's what I did with TTD. My cover call got hit, and then it went away from me. So I had to sell it. That's the only bad thing about cover calls is if it just spikes up like 50%, well, I'm not going to get the whole 50%. But my thing is just don't be greedy. Alrighty, are we coming up? I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it. Alright, so what I'm looking to see is there more puts being bought on this rally, or is there more calls being bought? And the answer is no. More calls are being bought. We are at negative 14 puts. Negative 14 million puts. So I'm just kind of seeing what we're doing. We got crude oil at 10.30. We'll see. I just don't want I don't like to get V-shaped out, so I'm being very careful. I do not want to get V-shaped out. If it does our double orb, you guys are gonna this is gonna be insane if it does. I just don't like betting against a 30-minute EMA 50 either. But if I start seeing put volume going up, it's going down still. That's crazy. The put volume. We'll give that some time. 15-minute touch on Bull. Have a nice little spike here. So this has to go down to 12.5. You know what will be very insane? And this will be awesome if it does this. If it goes to like 12.60s. And then I collect the premium and then I sell another put so far out. Like for example, let's look at next week. I can sell a single option put instead of 12.5, I can go for 11.5 for 40 cents. Wow. That's what I'm planning on doing. If I don't get assigned, then I go 11.5. And I do my same. I did 23 contracts, so that will collect me $920. Instantly, I never lose it. Goes straight to my account. And I get a bargain on Bull. $920. That's what I'm hoping. I don't get assigned. I sell another put. And if it goes down, I get assigned. I sell cover calls. So let's say you get assigned. Then you can do cover calls. Let's say you have it at a 12.5 average. You could sell a 15. Me personally, if you have a 12.5 average, go for literally in the money. You could make 50 cents on your shares and sell a 1.25 average here. So now, here's the same example. You have 23 contracts. For my example, I make $2,800. And I make money if Bull goes to $13. I make 50 cents on top of that. So I think you guys understand the wheel. It's freaking massive gains. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Hopefully you don't get assigned, and then you just keep going lower and lower and lower. So 12.5 don't get assigned, then I go to 11.5. That don't get assigned, then I go to like $10. And that's how I'm looking to do it. And then if you get assigned, cover calls, cover calls, cover calls. But yeah, you want to do it on a high quality stock. If I think bull is a high quality stock coming into this weekly MA50 here. I always believe that 20 and the 50 are the areas of interest. We bounced on the 20, maybe we go to the 50. Another one is UNH, obviously. You can see UNH. I don't think anyone should be surprised that we're bouncing on a quarterly chart here. I think this is the freaking bottom. I mean, look at that. We got a little wick here coming up now. So I think the bulls want to kind of like say, hey, enough is enough. I wish I would have did that with TTD. I would have been honestly freaking rich if I bought it at the weekly MA50. But knowing my luck, yeah, I would have got stopped out. I would have took the gain way earlier on my cover calls. But yeah, same scenario. AMD, I really wanted this one. This was a very high quality stock, but it just didn't quite get there. This one, I was going to put probably the whole house on this stock. Wheel is weekly or bi-weekly? I like to do weekly if I can. I like to do weekly revenue. It's just shorter time frame to hold, and you get less premium though. Bull's my number one stock for the wheel. SRPT. Keep this one on I2, guys. SRPT. Now, why do I like this one? It's a lot like Krispy Kreme. Okay. Right here, weekly channel, cover calls or selling puts. Comes up, comes back. So what I can do is on my next wheel, it's going to be this one. Let's go back to puts. Do they have weekly options? That's the first thing I look at. I'm not going to do the wheel strategy if they don't. They have 2, 9, 16. Yes. Does they have a lot of analysts? Everything is hold to strong buy. They have a buy rating. Based on how many analysts? 26 analysts. So I'm like, okay, Wall Street loves this stock. All right, so obviously it's in a downtrend on the weekly, monthly, quarterly, but this can get a dead cat bounce for sure. Options, if I did a 9-day out, the current price is 36. Yeah, I can get a 33. I can get a $3 discount here for 72 cents a premium. So 75 cents. If I did 10 contracts, that cost me 32. Let's see if I did 8 contracts. Cost me around 25,000. And what I do is I collect that $600 a premium. I get it at $33. Technically, it's 75 cents lower than 33. So technically, I get it at 32 and a quarter if I get assigned. Because remember, I'm collecting the premium already. So I get it at 32 and a quarter. So what is that from here? 32 and a quarter. You're looking at, it's way below the weekly channel here. Hold up. Right here. It's a 10% drop. It's not bad. And that's a weekly chart, and you can see we kind of been just consolidating here for a move up. So that's not a bad stock I'm looking to do it on. 32 and a quarter. The stock is 36 bucks right now. That's a $4 discount. It's not too shabby. But I'm going to focus on bull right now and just kind of see what it does. SPY, you're not doing anything, SPY. We'll see what it wants to do. Come on, SPY. Not really seeing anything I want to do with SPY. I think it's just going to be a boring day because of the meeting tomorrow. Man, credit spreads has just been kind of boring this month. I'm not going to lie. Now, here's what I'm looking for, a one-directional play, guys. Well, I'm still not going to do it because of the flow. I need price to come back in that middle orb. They don't come back to that middle orb. Now, I've been doing some futures trades. I've been doing like some contracts here. The closer I get to this orb, the better. Because then my stop loss is at the upper orb. But I hate these. Honestly, this is not a good trade for one direction. The 15-minute opening candle is just so massive. It's just so massive. How about green lane trade? Here's the problem with the pennies. This is why don't do pennies. They are a one sum game. All right. This is why I stopped doing them. 2024 was a really nice year for them, but not this year. When the market is very trashy, like when we had that market, all the big money is switching to the big caps, right? Because when the market dipped a lot, no one's buying these pennies, right? They want the high quality stuff. But yeah, this thing has dipped below this EMA 5 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Looking a whole lot like them all. No joke. Looking a whole lot like them all. And also, it is so below a penny that it has to do a reverse split. So what it's going to do is it's just going to stay down here until it reverse splits. Yeah, so not really a fan of these. If I can't do covered calls, I can't sell puts. There's no big analysts. There's no analysts on these things. There's no data, no big money, no whales. Whales move the market. The only thing that I'm noticing with pennies is people pump them up in groups. They pump up, and then someone gets left in the dirt. And to me, it's just a one-sum game, and I don't want anyone losing money on it. If you stuck to all my stocks that were over, that had analysts, high-quality stocks, I have never lost a stock. Never. And that's mainly because of cover calls that I do. I can't do cover calls on pennies. It's, to me, the probabilities of winning are just insanely low. But I didn't lurk GNLN in my Discord for that reason. I'm done with it. I'll make little videos here and there about, like, hey, this one's, wait this amount of candles, But also, this looks a whole lot like Clue. I don't know if you guys remember Clue, but anytime you see a gap like this, probably stay away, because then the indicators lag way too much. I mean, look at this gap down. That's a 90% gap down, so not my cup of tea. I'm just kind of waiting out, guys. It's only 10:20, but not sure what I want to do. It looks like it wants to bounce on that demand zone here. It's just taking slower than usual. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of boring right now. It probably is going to be boring till the FOM's J-Pow tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see what Bull does, though. I'm very curious. I think we'll end above 12.5, though. You know what's crazy, though, guys? Even with this down move, it says I'm gaining money because of the time decay. It's kind of funny to me. The time decay is just like... It's a weekly one, so the time decay is just so fast on these things. See, that's the option I have. It's still at 25 cents on the ass. That 35-cent one, 13 strike gives you quite a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do just yet. It's hard to tell. I honestly, I just rather just kind of see if the puts really pick up here. But I've seen this scenario-wise. To me, I'd rather be patient. I've seen it too many times where it V-shapes me. Yeah, 50. Cube usually gets in some good stuff. 5805, 5810. I am more learning. I'm with him on that. I'm leaning more towards bull puts. 5805, 5810. I'm definitely leaning towards bull puts for now. 58. Oh, it's up here. Wait, 5805. Wow, that's pretty far out, right? 5810 right there. Yes, that's over a 1% drop. PLRZ, I kind of expect that to keep going down. Yeah, typical. You see that? That's why you don't trade these things. This thing needs like mass. So look at the gap. It needs way more time distance than that. Way more time distance. Alrighty. We'll see what happens here. And always, guys, if you guys want to subscribe on Twitch, you guys can do it with your Amazon Prime, free ads and all that. It's up in 1 minute chart. Here's the 1 minute. We're trying to get above this EMA 50 downtrend. 5 minute chart's bearish. 15-minute chart is bullish. Man, make a signal though. To me, this is bullish. Even though the 15-minute orb's telling me no. Oh, actually, let me sometimes look at QQQ. Did we get an orb on QQQ? Oh, look at this, guys. I also like to do this. Like, kind of adjust. Like, what is NASDAQ saying? You know NASDAQ hasn't got an orb yet. The QQQs. That's the QQQs there. There's no orb yet. IWM. What is the Russell saying? That one is saying bear calls. Right at 10 o'clock, too. So, that one is giving an early signal for that. She comes at 11?
11:20.
Oh.
Are you done with this?
Huh?
Are you done with it?
Oh, yeah.
I'll hang on my screen.
I'm looking for some other stocks here while I'm waiting for SPY. Let me know if a SPY gets into the orb.
Be careful. Even sharp saws.
Man, I can't believe Hims is at freaking 70 bucks. 60 bucks right there. I remember this thing at 5 bucks. It's crazy. Alright, big cap momentum. I should probably change that to 10. I'll just keep it at 20 for now. That one's got decent options. Alright, so we got NEM, Metals and Mining, Options Weekly. We'll add that to the watch list. NEM coming into a weekly EMA 50. Fresh uptrend on the weekly chart. Oh. So Microsoft on a 15-minute chart, what does that look like? Yeah.
Pretty tired. It's been so much fun learning about
5-minute. You use the 1-minute too.
some jobs, but some people they have to be on call. Pretty scary being a police officer. You should respect them. They keep us nice and safe.
Alrighty, so we're kind of hitting lower orb here. So just give you guys an update on flow. Here it is, guys. It's not. I mean, calls are higher. Puts are lower. Can we do a double orb? Absolutely. I'm just kind of waiting it out. Not really sure what to think about this. Man, look at SMCI. Look at that. It's in an uptrend on the monthly. Did anyone catch SMCI? Can't believe I missed that one. Yeah, man, look at this. Is actually nice gains if you just kept touching this thing. I mean, look at that. All in 2024, just kept bouncing here. You got the quarterly chart showing uptrend. Wow, that's crazy. This is what you want to see for the wheel strat. Just constantly just keep making money. Wow, you know what? I remember Carvana way back at $3 here. Back in 2022, 2023 here. It was back in $3. How the heck did that thing go from 3 to 300 bucks? That is insane. How the heck did it do that? Oh, wow, look at that Celsius. Celsius EMA 50 right here on the quarter. Very interesting grab right there from the... My gosh, if you get... What I'm seeing is, guys, if you get it on these quarter EMA 50s, you're looking at close to 100% returns. I'm seeing it too many times. I'm seeing it way too many times. Quarter EMA 50, monthly EMA 50. Yeah, I'm curious what UNH does. I'm very curious what this one does right here on the EMA 50. I am so curious, guys. Is this going to make an 80% return? Is what I'm seeing the results be. It's such a bigger cap stock. You would have to retrace the whole move. I think it goes at least 30% then. It's just so big cap. That's the problem. It's so expensive. Oh, Spy's back in orb. Woohoo! Let's see what it's doing. Okay, Spy's back in orb. Okay. Alrighty, so let's look at the flow volume. Still calls are beating puts. I'm going to be patient. Till I see something, I'm going to be patient, guys. Yeah, I'm going to be patient, guys. New to this and bought Krispy Kreme, then seen your video. Now I feel good about it. Yeah, I took profit on Krispy Kreme. I would too, if I were you. So basically what can happen is, I bought it also at a really good average. I got it at 270s. So from my 270s, it ran up 20%. Now, granted, I think this can keep going higher. It's just, do you have patience, right? But you don't want it to be like, price go all the way back down to your average. Then you're like, dang, did I make no money? I should have just took some profit, right? I'm holding this one till break even. I took 10% gains, and I have some shares literally right here at break even. If it goes all the way back down to 270, I'm like, man, that sucks, right? I'll just get rid of the rest of my shares and look for another Keltner channel touch. I like Krispy Kreme. I like it. It's a good stock. Lower price, but I think this thing, it has mainly it's because of the weekly touch. You can't deny that weekly touch. That's a really good touch. Yeah, I'm more in line with bull puts, Mr. M bets. Maybe I should have took it. We'll see. But like I said, guys, I don't have to get into a credit spread. If I'm not feeling like it's an A+ setup, credit spreads, you really got to be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, you can really wreck yourself. One loss can take out 4 of your wins. To me, it's just not worth it. So if I took a loss and bam, your whole week's like gone. It's just, I'd rather just get an A+ setup. But I do see the thesis for bull puts. You got demand zone, 30-minute EMA 50, 1 hour EMA 50. Like, everything's showing bullish, but the freaking 15-minute ORB showing bearish at the moment. So so have you ever looked at Plug? Let me see what Pluggy's doing. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. No, I don't like Plug. And that's just because it's in a massive downtrend. The only reason I will trade a downtrend stock like Krispy Kreme is because it touched my lower Keltner channel. We're just kind of it's got a lot of volume. Wow, it's actually got weekly options too. For an 80-cent stock, it's got weekly options? I bet these things are like no liquidity though. Yeah, it's too low price of a stock. Wasn't this thing like... How the frick did this thing go to $70? This thing was like way up here, right? Yeah. Thing was all the way up into 100. Oh, they did reverse splits. Okay. When was their reverse split? They definitely did reverse splits. No freaking way. It got over $1,000 a share. Are you kidding me? You serious? It really got over 1,000 without no reverse splits? What? Makes no sense. How does this thing go over $1,000 a share and then go all the way down to 15.80 cents? What the heck? No, I don't like it. It's in a downtrend. Yeah, I mean, it's probably, it can go up, it just doesn't meet my criteria. Okay, nice, Marky. If we drop to this 1 hour EMA 50, I'll take a shot at this. I probably should have took a shot at the 30-minute EMA 50 on that quick move down, seeing massive bull volume being shown. I should have took a shot at bull puts. Yeah, I think it's just going to consolidate, guys. Yeah, I got a little scared. Massive call volume, and I didn't take a shot there. I probably should have. We'll see. See if it pans out. Or, you know, actually, you know, being patient is fine, too. Stick to the rules. The only problem, I think it is high, too, if you use EMAs. Because a lot of the times is when you get volatility spikes down, the premium goes up. So if you get this massive move down, the premiums go up, right? For the bull puts. Whereas if you're trading bear calls or other strats, a lot of times we're looking for the trend to continue. So the premiums evaporate. So if we trade bull puts, we look for price to go up instead of price going down like this. But here's the problem. If you don't do the 15-minute orb, you're going to get a max loss no matter what. Whereas the 15-minute orb, if it goes up, I break even. That's the problem. I don't really see a stopping point. Yeah, you could say if it breaks this support, you'll have to use support resistance, I think. But then again, if this breaks this EMA 50, yeah, it's probably gonna dump quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of people just go right in. Like, right at the opening bell, they take a bull put or bear call and just says, screw it. You know, I'm just going to go far out of the money and just take a probability trade. But the problem is it only takes one trade and you wipe out a lot of your wins. And if you do that kind of style, you have to diamond hand it. Because the premiums fluctuate so fast in the morning. Like, your stock can get hit pretty fast on even on a 300 to 400%. But yeah, so I just, this is why I like to backtest everything and journal. So in February, if you went with the orb, you had a perfect win ratio. With the new results, this would have been a break even. And that's why I say double orb, you really need a break even. Why take the chance of losing? March, remember I did do the EMAs. I did get 2 losses in March because of that. I went against the EMAs twice. I lost. Would have been a perfect win ratio if you did orb. Perfect win ratio. April, you would not have lost this day with the option flow, and you probably would have not have lost that day with option flow. In May, you would have not have lost this day with option flow. Some days it's just better just not to trade. If you see option flow saying bullish, and I'm freaking taking call side, I got freaking wrecked on that day. So I'm to me, I'm not gonna overthink it too much. If I don't trade a credit spread every day, I have other strats I can do. I can do my wheel strat, long-term strats. I'm not gonna force these. A lot of times when I'm losing is because I'm forcing trades to trade every day. So if I can get another month like February, March, April, I think I'm fine. The April should not have been. These two losses would have been avoided with that option flow we've had now. March would have been avoided if I didn't go against the trend, and then February loss would have been avoided if I just broke even on that day. So I don't know. There's a lot of things to like think about. Less trading is probably better. But yeah, when you take a loss, you just feel like quitting credit spreads. That's the problem. You're like, dang. You know, that's why I'd rather be patient, because I know it sucks when you take a loss. And then if you're good enough, you'll break even on the other side of orb if you're not greedy. And that's what I did yesterday. I could have won yesterday on my bear calls. I just broke even. I broke even on this day too. It did opposite orb. I mean, look at this. Who would have thought it would have broke this to the upside? We had this lower orb, literally broke to the upside. I'm like, oh. Instead of being greedy, I just took the freaking break-even trade there. I had the time decay. This could have easily went consolidation and then like that. And then I would have lost. So, to me, it's just in my mind, I've seen in this strategy so many times where I don't even care about breaking even now. It's just totally fine for me. We're still getting more calls than puts. I guess we were due for the Iron Condor day. A day where price just literally does nothing all day. And it's mostly for anticipation of tomorrow. We got Fed Chair Powell speaks tomorrow. I mean, who knows? This could literally just make a massive dump, too. And, man, I might get tempted if it does. If it goes to this hour EMA 50, I might do bull puts. Might lose if I do that. We'll see. Yeah, so if you stick to the strat, I promise you, you will be profitable. The problem is, yeah, it really is a patience game. But I promise you, if you stick to it, I had the results. All the losses I had are pretty much because of impatience. It's kind of annoying, but it is true. Krispy Kreme's a good stock. I like it. It's just not at the buy point right now. Yeah, so if you look at QQQ, all the tech stocks are just consolidating. So it tells me there's two things that this tells me. It's going to make a massive move by lunchtime, or it's just going to be a very boring day. I really think, here's Tesla, we might make a massive freaking move. I mean, golly, we've had a lot of bull power. We're due for a pullback. I would not be surprised we make a freaking big move. Or tomorrow's going to be it. I don't know. Nobody really knows. But yeah, but this is why I said you don't have to have this data. This is just nice because this avoided me a lot of losses. So, golly, I'm gonna pay for the data. You guys don't have to. I'll post it in the streams. I'll post it in the Discord. You don't have to pay for this because this is not the one-all be-all. Obviously, you can't just follow option volume and be like, okay, more calls are being bought. I'm gonna buy calls and be a millionaire. It just doesn't work like that. Everyone be millionaires. Everyone be looking at this and be like, oh my gosh, look at this call option, and just copy what these whales are doing. it's just good to know what the idea is. Is it bullish or bearish today? And today it's saying it's bullish today, so I don't want to short the market if it's being bullish right now. So I don't know. It could just do a V shape down too. What's our good old? They should have probably named Weeble Bear. It's like, does this thing ever go freaking up? They should have named it just freaking Bear. That suits the ticker better. Like I said, this would be glorious if this ends just slightly above 12.5. That would make my week. And then I sell for the 10 o'clock or the $10 premiums. Like, look at this, $10. No, it'll be 11. My bad. I'll sell for the 11 for next week. Well, here's the thing with Bull. They do have earnings on. They had their first quarter results on May 22nd. It just sucks because on the next option chain is May 23rd. Literally a day after that. I'm thinking about going maybe. Can I do a month out? No, it's not giving much premium. You can do a 10.5. 10. Oh, why is it saying 0 and 30? Yeah, I would do 16 days, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll stick to weeklies. I would do the 10.5 for next week. That's pretty freaking low. That's what it's showing there. Obviously, if price goes down to 12.5, this 10.5 is going to show more premium. The 11 is showing pretty decent premium. So yeah, you can do 11 strike. See if I can get that for 30 cents. For 23 contracts, that's 690 bucks. So yeah, there's plenty of options for that.
Giant hangar. Let's go check it out. This hangar is the maintenance hangar. This is where they maintain all the seaplanes. So big in here. Ooh, and the floor.
Getting a move up here, guys. Let's see if it bounces back down. More calls are being bought still.
The seaplane's engine is exposed.
Yeah, if you're getting a sign, I would sell credit spreads. Or not credit spreads, cover calls. No, wait till you get a sign first, because then you don't have the shares yet. Yeah, once you get a sign, you'll get the shares, and then you do your cover calls.
Check it out. There's so many cool things in this hangar. Whoa, parts of an airplane. Oh, there's so many.
Golly, this is freaking watching paint dry. This is boring as all get out. Good grief. Man.
Wait, what these are?
Boring. No volatility today. Nvidia's up 2%.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Toast go.
And does not go on water. Yeah, every maintenance shop.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if we can break to the upside here, guys. We'll see. As far as there's literally the only thing we have left today, yeah, that's all. The news. This was your crude oil news at 10:30, and man, dry as all get out. Holy crap, that's dry. So you did a $14 two on bull. Yeah, went down. We'll see what it does by Friday. So yeah, what you can do is now you'll have your 15 and your 14. I'll give you around the 14-ish area for average, and then you can sell cover calls on the $15 strike for 9. You can do, yeah, cover calls for 15 on 23 May. If you do the 14, the price is 13.
So many kinds of bulls.
Yeah, they will sign you at 14. Yeah, if it's by expiration, if it expires in the money, your put option, then yeah, you'll get assigned. Just gotta look at it as like you originally would have just bought the shares at 14, right? And now, I mean, for my example, I sold at 12.5, so I'm getting a much better average than that. From 14 to 12.5, that's about a 10% drop. I get a 12% discount on my shares. All right, here we go. Back inside of orb. Come on, at least push out of this. This is boring. Give me a push or something. Yeah, it's gonna be boring. I should have expected that. News tomorrow. See if it breaks this 588 mark that it's been trying so desperately break. Up 69. Yep. It's gonna be Iron Condor Day. No, I'm not doing a credit spread yet. Honestly, if I did a bear call, I'd be looking pretty freaking good with all this time decay. Because now if it does double orb, then bam bam, I get out of the trade. 5-minute ORB. What do we get for the 5? So I got that rejection there. Didn't really get any retest of middle orb. Very choppy. All right. Nah, not really much to do, guys. I'll see. The only way I take a trade is if I follow what's happening with the option volume, and it would have to do a bull put signal for me today. We've been having so many big moves, so maybe it won't. I'm watching QQQs. It's consolidating inside the range. Yeah, we'll see what does. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense of anticipation for tomorrow of nothing happening. Man, what is this? May? Yeah. What a freaking weird month of May. This is all I've traded in May for credit spreads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not really much trades at all. And it just sucks because I forced this one trade. Yeah. I mean, in hindsight, I guess I wish I took those bull puts right here at 10 o'clock on the EMA 50. In hindsight, I wish I did, but there's going to be one of those days I lose, and I'm going to be like, why didn't I just follow orb and option flow? because then I can. It's hard to count this as a loss if I don't follow the system. So I'm just gonna wait that out. Now anything can happen. It can do that. It can just go right the heck up. And then what I do is I wait for a pullback, and then we trade to the upside. That's what I will do. That's the idea for today. Or I just see massive put volume being put in, and price goes something like in the middle, and then I look to short it. That's the other scenario. All right, guys. I'm going to catch you guys later. As always, I'm watching bull. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it kind of just stays kind of above this 12.5, or even goes up to 15, and none of you guys, but like your design, you want to get assigned. Don't be freaking out when you get assigned, because then you do cover calls. It's just another strategy. And then UNH is my long-term hold. I really, truly think this thing's going to be a long-term hold. Now, this could stay here for quite a bit. This could stay here for a month if it wants to. So what I'm looking to do is looking to sell cover calls and puts on this. I mean, this one is kind of hard because it's so expensive. Like, it's at 315. You could sell the 300 strike, get a $15 discount, and pretty make good money on this premium. $5 for 9 days out, you can make $550. But like I said, look at what it's going to cost you, 30 grand to do it, to make $500. And you get it at 310, which is only a 2% drop in 9 days. Like, that's like nothing. That's the problem with this stock. Yeah, well, if you do a stock that's not going to go up, this is why you want to do an uptrend stock. Let's see what INTC did. This one had a beautiful bounce here, right up in here. The monthly is in a downtrend. Weekly is a downtrend. Daily is trying to form something. I don't trust this. Everything's downtrend on this stock. I would much rather do AMD. Look at AMD here. This is beautiful. High quality stock. INTC is what? 17 bucks. This is not a bad stock if you did cover calls down here, though. I mean, this is what you want to see for cover calls. Look at this. Just consolidating forever. But I wouldn't do it. It's in a downtrend. Every time this gets to the EMA 50, it's like bound, 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 bound. Monthly. But if you do a quarterly, I probably would have taken it right here, though. But then again, it did bounce up. So, and then I probably would never trade this stock again. This is the only chance I probably would have taken it. Goes down some, then goes up. And then I'd be like, yeah, this stock is crazy. TTD was an awesome stock. But yeah, nothing's perfect. Yeah, it doesn't have to keep... Yeah, if you get a stock that just keeps going down, then that's the downside of cover calls, because then you can't sell premium. So you want to look for a stock, in my opinion, that's beaten down. Like Bull, in my opinion, is very beaten down. So ideally, best case scenario for me is it goes above 12.5, and then I just sell the $10 now, or the 11. And you just keep going lower and lower, and then... But yeah, if you get caught in a drift where it just keeps going down, you got to think longer approach too with these. Like I think Webull is going to go much higher than Robinhood in time. I think Robinhood at $66, not too shabby, right? Robinhood went down to the $6 mark, had lots of consolidation for the wheel to be placed in here. Look at this, lots of wheel power right here, and then bam, it went all the way up. So we'll see. All right, the only thing you can watch the 1 hour EMA 50 if it don't go to this EMA 50 by 1 o'clock, which it probably isn't, I wouldn't be in the trade. Today is just a boring day. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people got freaking wrecked on Intel. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people were in Intel and they got really destroyed on that stock. Same thing with Celsius, but Celsius was a good stock in my opinion. Right there in that EMA 50 on the quarter chart, I'd take a stab at that. Yeah, I'd take a stab at that. I think Intel will go up in time. I think if you hold it for some time, I think you're fine. If you have it at $19, you're golden. But I mean, look at this. Look at this massive range you could have been selling. You could have been selling a lot of cover calls. This is a weekly chart from 2024 of October, or I mean August, all the way to May of 2025. I mean, that is a lot of cover calls to reduce your average. Now, granted, if you had this stock at like $50 and you're trying to do cover calls down here, yeah, you can't really do much. But it's also good to buy shares and lower your average down here too if you want. Coming into an all demand zone right here. If this thing ever gets to the $13 range, I'll take a shot at it. We'll see. I like AMD better though. I like AMD better. This stock is, in my opinion, better. Wow, AMD's up another 5%. Shoot. Wow, AMD just freaking lift off. Advanced Micro Device boosts stock by buyback of $6 billion. 6 freaking billion. And that is why AMD was a nice area. I like that one. Oh, here it is. What do we have? It's either going to make a monster move or it's going to be boring. I think if we can get to that 1 hour EMA 50, I will take a shot just for kicks and giggles. Because that would be well below this Keltner channel. Do we have bullish flow coming in? Man. Yeah, we have a lot of bullish flow still. I guess yeah, that's why I want to base it on 15-minute orb too, guys. So trying to see what I want to do with verticals here. It's consolidating. It's going to make a big move, or it's going to be boring, and looks like it wants to make a big move. SPX. I'm trying to look at some put volumes. What kind of puts do I want to get? Not really much premium though. Looks like we're gonna get the bear calls on QQQ, guys. Right here, we'll see if it ends for bear calls. ASTS, I can look at that one. ASTS, yeah, it's an uptrend. Beautiful uptrend. Weekly options, good stuff. Nice. Massive uptrend. That's what you want to do it on. ASTS is a nice stock.
Check out down here. Whoa. Looks like a wheel in a tire. Wait a second. That's a wheel in a tire. This is the nose gear. This helps the airplane while it's on the ground. This is the cabin entry door. Check it out.
yeah, we'll see. Hit that 30-minute, kind of went through a little. I'm watching the 1 hour EMA 50. Watching this support level on the 1 hour, 585, 4 hour chart. Says the same, 585, 584. Drink a Red Bull. What is Google doing? Everything's kind of down, but Google's going up.
It's so shiny. Look.
Did Bull go down with this move? Bull kind of does its own thing. I remember the market going up and Bull went down, so Bull does its own thing. Yeah, that's it for me. I don't like trading this kind of day. Data's not showing anything like extremely bearish. It's showing calls are being bought, so I'm just gonna sit this one out, guys. I'll look for some more other plays, but I'm not trying to rush credit spreads anymore. I don't have to trade this every day. And it's just like if I don't have my gut telling me like I have to be in this.
Can you throw that to the trash?
Well, yeah, if you did bear calls, you definitely are looking freaking gold. You're looking pretty gold right now.
Put this over there in the trash.
What is it? Inside bar? Yeah, you see right here. It's only 11 o'clock. What if this thing does just like freaking tank?
I'm just gonna use the restroom, okay?
TBH. Wow. Man, look at that consolidation pattern. A lot of these stocks that have no volume make some massive moves. So I wouldn't be surprised on this one make a massive one. Lots of consolidation. It probably bored the heck out of people. And now it's finally moving with volume. It's not a lot, but it's gonna once it hits 1 million volume, it's gonna catch a lot of scanners. We'll see. It needs to break this resistance at 83 and $1. It's already up 20%. Not a shabby move there. No, no credit spread for me. I'm getting false signals and data and everything. To me, it's just... Honestly, it's just not a really good month for credit spreads for me. It's been kind of boring. Man, if I didn't get that loss right there, I'd be golden though. Yeah, right now I'm literally just break even on this month for credit spreads. My swing trading alerts are holding this month up for me. But then again, I've learned a lot though on credit spreads. Like I said, these two losses would have been avoided. This would have been avoided. going against the trend, this is what happens. I lost 2 times in March. Obviously, I was doing smaller size, so it didn't affect me as much. But February, I lost because I didn't get out on double orb. I'm telling you, if you journal your trades, you'll see why I don't care about missing out on trades. I just don't care if I miss out on trade today because I've been through the times when I go against my rolls, I lose. And then I did that yesterday, right? I actually did go against it. I'm like, I want to take bear calls because I haven't been in a trade in a while, and I was like, bam, what am I doing? So I hurried up and got out. It just wasn't worth it. Even though it hit this upper Keltner channel was due for a pullback, it could easily do this up to EMA 5 and rock it up. It's just not worth it to me.